Every time someone mentions Einstein's contributions to science, I can't help but think about his equally brilliant wife, Mileva. Mileva was born and educated in Serbia. She was born in 1875. There, she received a waiver from the Ministry of Education, which allowed her to attend physics lectures that were reserved for boys only. Mileva and Albert met at the Polytechnic Institute of Zurich. They quickly became inseparable. They spent endless hours studying together, and Albert even remarked in letters to her that when she wasn't there, he had an incredibly hard time focusing on schoolwork. By the time they graduated in 1900, the two had pretty much equal grades. Except for applied physics, where she got a top grade of 5 and Albert only a 1. Despite her hard work and commitment, Mileva never did receive her degree. Why? Because the professor that provided the final examination decided that all 4 male students would get top marks, but not her. She wouldn't pass. They then both started their thesis work. In December of that year, they submitted their first article. Unfortunately, it only had Albert's name on it. At the time, a publication co-signed by a woman would have been frowned upon. The pair equally agreed to advance Albert's career over hers. His letters to her of the time even show that they collaborated together on the theory of relativity. So, around this time, lo and behold, she ends up getting pregnant. Now, Albert didn't want to marry her because he didn't have a job yet. So what did Mileva do? She went back to that professor and said, I want to take the oral examination again. And she did. And you know what happened this time? He failed her again. Now, Albert finally found a job. They got married in 1903. The two of them worked together into the night on scientific experiments and writing articles. They were known to sit together by the light of the kerosene lantern and work out physics problems. In 1905, Mileva reportedly said, "We have completed scientific research that will make my husband's name known around the world." Albert even remarked at a party, "I need my wife. She helps me solve all of my mathematical problems." By 1909, Albert was a highly regarded physicist, but his wife was still assisting him, and many of his lecture notes were even in her handwriting. Their relationship fell apart due to Albert's infidelity. She is quoted at the time saying, "What is there to say about notoriety? One gets the pearl, one gets the shell." They divorced, and Mileva spent much of her time managing her son's schizophrenia. He was in and out of sanatoriums. It's proven that they collaborated from their school days all the way up through 1914. Mileva was quiet, and she cared little for notoriety. So no one knows exactly what her contributions were. And we'll never know due to restrictions on women at the time. I make sure to do a little mental nod to her every time someone mentions Albert Einstein.